Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, back with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and it is another Spider-Man action figure review. This one is Cyborg Spider-Woman from Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, and I don't think any of us knew this was Spider-Woman until we saw this figure. At least I didn't. Kind of like Cyborg Nicole Bass Spider-Man, or China. But there is an image of the figure on the front of the box, pretty straightforward. You got Miles, Gwen, and 2099 on the side. Another image of the Cyborg Spider-Woman on the other side. Back just shows the figure again with its measurement. Cool spider symbol on the top, BS on the bottom, and the front again. So I'll take a second, get the figure out so we can have a closer look at it.
Dude's biggest lady I've ever seen. That's a huge bitch.
So there is Cyborg Spider-Woman out of packaging. She comes with no accessories. What you see here is what you get. But I will compare her to one other figure, and only one, and that's going to be Spider-Ham, who comes to her knee. They actually look pretty good together. They should date. I did find this blast effect. Pretty sure it's from an old SH Figuarts Iron Man figure, and it will port into the end of the gun pretty good. So I've been putting that in there, but you know, that's my own little accessory. Now we will have a closer look at this Spider-Woman. Really only one thing that bothers me about this Spider-Woman, and it's that they didn't continue the paint deco on the webbing. So once you get around toward the back, it's just not painted. I think I'm going to buy a gray paint marker and actually finish out all those lines, because really that does bother me. Why? I don't really know, because it's going to set on my shelf facing forward, of course, and I'll never see those lines. Except for on the feet, they kind of just gave up right on the front of the feet. I know that paint deco is expensive because they made a really big deal about the paint deco when they released that No Way Home 3-pack, because the average cost of those figures were higher than your average cost of a single figure, and I guess that was because of that paint deco. I don't know if someone has to hand paint that or why it's so expensive to do, but apparently it is. See, all that's unpainted. But that is my only gripe. Wait, I take that back. I do have another gripe. This sucker is $60. I mean, it is a big chunk of plastic, and I don't know if the licensing cost them that much that they had to pass that cost on to us. Because, I mean, look at McFarlane. They produce some pretty large figures for, you know, the same price as they do their smaller figures. But this is a little over double what a normal figure would cost, with no Build-A-Figure piece, no accessories. I mean, I guess I would prefer pay a little extra and not have to buy all the figures to build this, because, you know, it would have made a great Build-A-Figure. But other than those two complaints, price and not finishing that deco, I do absolutely love it. I mean, I did pay the $60 to get it for a reason. I love that her spider symbol is this with these chains. That is just too cool. I don't think there's anything under that, no kind of spider symbol. Pretty sure that is her spider symbol, and I dig that. I like this big shoulder guard. Looks like she just riveted it together with shells sticking out of it. It's just too cool. Lots of details in this thing too, like the face. It's got the green dots on that cyborg eye, that face mask. A lot of this stuff is a metallic paint as well. I mean, that might have drove the cost up a little as well. Got all these bands around the arm that look incredible. The back, again, you know, it does get a little plain back here where they didn't finish the deco, but still great sculpts and stuff on there. And she does actually have a spider symbol on her back under those chains. It's just your standard little tick-looking spider symbol. But yeah, they did throw in tons of like little spiky details and stuff. This knee pad's pretty wicked. This big spiked thing around her leg. Got a little spiked bracelet there. And then you got this big arm cannon here, which is just crazy looking. And you know, her screen time really wasn't a big part of the movie. He was like threading the needle through those gears and stuff, and she was blasting through them, chasing him. Other than that, you know, she wasn't a big part of it. It was enough to get this figure, which I'm thankful for. I love this big arm cannon that's almost the size of the figure. You can see where it's connected to her. Pretty crazy looking. Again, right here on her side boob. On the back as well, pinched on there. And on her articulation, I'll try to go over this fast. Her head is on a ball joint. It will look down pretty decent. Looks up pretty good too. I don't know who she's going to be looking up at, but it looks up pretty good. Her normal arm will go up that high. Can't really spin it all the way around. I mean, this shoulder pad will move some, but you're not going to get it all the way around. You do have a upper bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow. Mine's a little tight, but there it is. You can get good range out of it. Wrist is pegged in and on a disc. It also looks like it's meant to hold something, which it doesn't come with anything to hold. So I guess if you can come up with something for her to hold, good on you. I looked for something. I couldn't find anything that fit. Now this is a big hulking cannon arm here, but it will go all the way around no problem. It does go out on a disc, so you can get it in and out. And then it will rotate at different points. Rotate there and down here on the barrels. This midsection, I can get it to turn, but not much crunch or anything. And then there's no other swivel or anything. Legs will kick forward pretty good. Get caught on that Spider Woman butt going back. Do have upper thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, and you have really good ankle articulation. They go back really good and forward, and you do have a good pivot there, which really articulation don't really matter to me. I just need her to stand and look awesome. She does that just fine. But I'm going to pose her up and wrap this review up. Well, I did it. I found what she's supposed to hold. Her honey, Spider Ham. I made it sound like he's Honey Ham. I mean, it's her honey, and he's Spider Ham. I guess he could be a honey ham, but that's just weird. Anyway, there is the Marvel Legends Cyborg Spider-Woman posed up, ported in that blast effect, and she's got her future husband Spider Ham in her hand there, keeping him safe. Yeah, this figure's expensive. No, they didn't complete the deco, but I feel like it's worth it. It is a lot of detail, a lot of metallic paint. It is a lot of plastic as well. It is a large figure, almost 8 inches. Makes me feel a little inferior. But I did find this at GameStop. Really the only place I've seen it aside from online. So I did purchase this at GameStop in person. Because once I saw it, I couldn't pass it up. Well, that's not true. Actually, I did pass it up, and it ate at me, and I went back and got it. You other collectors, you know what I mean. You've been there. And if you haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse, what in the world are you waiting for? Go stop what you're doing right now. Go watch it. You'll thank me later. But that is all I have for this unboxing and review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye for now. Help me. What? No, you love her.